Hi YouTube. I wanted to talk a little bit about our responsibilities and a distortion of responsibilities. I'd been aware of the case of Anthony and Asia McGowan prior to watching the Peaches video where she talked about stalkers and talked about some of the things that she experiences with her stalkers. And the thing that concerned me most about that case, aside from the fact that the tragic murder of this young woman, this beautiful young woman, was the response of the people who watched everything unfold on YouTube, because they both had subscribers. They both had people going on and commenting and so on, and there were people who recognized that there was danger here. And what struck me was the response of the people who were observing this interaction on the internet, on YouTube. So apparently there was a young man who was in contact with the killer when he bought the shotgun. And this young man, in response to him buying the shotgun, encouraged this man to get help. Now, how this fits in with a sense of responsibility is that I think we need to understand what our job is, what our responsibility is. And we are not psychoanalysts. I know it is fun and interesting to do the armchair psychology thing, but we're not psychoanalysts. And it's not our responsibility to psychoanalyze someone who is potentially dangerous, insane. It's not our job to soothe them or I mean, that is the job of a psychiatrist or a psychologist. And even if you were a psychoanalyst, this person is not your patient. Our responsibility is to warn the person who could potentially be in danger, and to notify the police, and to take whatever steps we believe will protect or avert disaster. Now, I know it's fun to do the armchair psychology thing and to, gee, I wonder if he's sad. I wonder if he's lonely. Let's see, maybe his mother didn't breastfeed him long enough. You know, why is he enraged? You know, I feel sorry for him. That's not our job. So, you know, I mean, seeing people coddling the madman, telling this guy that, oh yeah, you know, I understand your feeling. It is that there are certain boundaries in human interaction, in our social interactions, certain boundaries that you do not cross. When someone shows up at your door, when someone contacts you without your permission, without your invitation, that kind of thing, that's crossing a boundary. And we all can sense in ourselves what that boundary is. And you know, I know our tendency is to smooth things over and to say, well, you know, we don't want to believe anything bad could happen, right? And I'm sure the people who were aware of that whole case before the murder, suicide, were saying the same things. You know, maybe he's just a lonely guy. Maybe he's just weird. Maybe he's just, you know, he's hurt, and oh, look at his feelings. You know, let's analyze his feelings. No, that is not our job. Our job is to make sure that disaster doesn't occur. And when you do that, if I had a friend, I don't care how close my friend is to me, and they said, well, you know, I'm thinking of doing something bad. I'm thinking of, you know, getting a gun, and this person comes to me and says, I bought a gun and I'm gonna hurt. I feel like I'm gonna do something. I mean, my responsibility is to make sure that the person they're going to hurt is safe, It is not my responsibility to psychoanalyze or to try to talk my friend down off the ledge. And this whole video, this whole thing just sort of came together when I was going around watching videos, and I watched Peach's video, and I watched Phil's video, and where Phil was talking about trolls, and he was sort of doing the armchair psychology thing with his trolls and projecting motives onto them. But he was trying to make sense of this, and it was not his job to make sense of it. It's not, he's not equipped or trained to make sense of it. His job is to make sure that he protects himself from people who could potentially be dangerous. So that's really what I wanted to say. That we have a responsibility to warn the person who is at risk and who could be in danger. It's not our responsibility to soothe the madman, to try to talk to him, to try to figure out why he feels the way he does, and to wonder and even to get wrapped up in this narrative of madness. It is our job, first and foremost, to make sure that the person who could be at risk, who could be in danger, is warned. And, you know, kudos to that that man who called the police, even though nothing came of it. How smart is he that he recognized there was something wrong and took action. I mean, it took a lot of courage to do that, to resist the natural instinct to psychoanalyze. Thanks for listening.